50 years after the creation of Ogun State, it is more imperative that an agenda is set for our local government or our federal constituency. These are the two imperatives that are the basis of this intellectual gathering.
Ado-Odo is part of the West and since the creation of Ogun State for 50 years, not a single leader of Ogun West has served as governor of this state. This is not an accident. This is a pattern, and patterns don't change themselves. It is people that will change pattern. The governorship has rotated between Ogun Central and Ogun East with a predictability that will be agreeable if it were not so exclusionary. Meanwhile, Ogun West waits, Ado-Odo waits, our people wait. But let me tell you what we will no longer do. We will no longer wait passively, or we should no longer accept the politics of perpetual postponement. We should no longer be satisfied with the crumbs from the table, while others feast on the bread we help them to bake. With its massive population and economic significance, remains a single local government area. Meanwhile, areas with a fraction of our population, with a fraction of our land, with a fraction of our economic prosperity, enjoy multiple local government structures, multiple chairmanships, and corresponding greater access to resources that recreate here and representation. This is not merely unfair, it is administratively irrational. The political marginalization of Ado-Odo is not the result of any single decision. It is the accumulated consequence of the historical patterns, demographic complexities, and let us be honest, strategic failures of our own. Because for so long, we refused to speak out. For so long, we preferred to wait. For so long, we preferred to be silent. If we are to set a new agenda, we must begin with a commitment to unity. Not the unity of mere words, but the unity of coordinated action. Not the unity of occasional meetings, but the unity of sustained strategic engagement.
My name is High Chief Olanrewaju Abayomi Basho, the Seriki of Ota Awori Kingdom, an aspirant of Federal House of Representatives Ado-Odo Federal Constituency in Ogun State. We are here today celebrating Ogun State at 50. Larrybash movement organized a symposium in commemoration of the 50 years anniversary of Ogun State, where we have a keynote speaker, Dr. Nuruddin Olaleye from Lagos State Polytechnic, to deliver a very powerful speech for us today. And the speech is basically talking about the place of Ado-Odo Federal Constituency in Ogun State. Why we're able to celebrate is because His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made it possible for every part of Nigeria to be in a celebration mood because of all the economic reforms, the security that we enjoy in this part of Nigeria, and the education support of our teeming youth, particularly those in tertiary education. We all see the dividends of all his economic input, the economic reform that they started some few years ago. Like it was reported today that the Naira finished strongly, very strong against the dollar, which we know that he has continued to strive very hard. Like the Yorubas will say, Titari Roni Amankola. All what he has been doing, we've started to see the dividends of all his efforts. In terms of infrastructural development, the Ota-Abeokuta Expressway, the Sokoto Road, and the Songo-Ota-Idiroko Road. Thank you very much, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Secondly, we'd like to thank our leader, our governor, the main celebrator of today. Our governor is Excellency Governor Adedapo Abiodun, the governor of our dear state. We all have seen his work. We've seen all his efforts. We've seen his landmarks everywhere. We want to appreciate appreciate the Deputy Governor, the daughter of the soil, Engineer Ajia Noimot Salako Oyedele, our own sister that has been a pillar of support to the governor from the inception. We also would like to appreciate the senator representing Ogun West District, the distinguished Senator Olamile Konyaye, the performing senator. I would like to say that the combination have really done well, because if not for the governor allowing the senator to perform, I don't see what the senator can do. So the governor has really given him an enabling ground to kick the ball rolling from the first time, and everybody is now jealous of the Ogun State West senatorial senator. We want to thank every leader, particularly our local government chairman, our Kabiyesi Olota of Ota, His Royal Majesty Kabiyesi Oba Professor Abdul Kabir Adeyemi Obalanlege. We want to say a big congratulations to him. We want to congratulate all the Awori Obas, starting from His Majesty Oba Olota to Kabiyesi Oba Osolo Olofin Ademola of Ado. We want to say a big congratulations to Kabiyesi Onigbesa of Igbesa, to Kabiyesi Alagbara, Kabiyesi Onilobo, Kabiyesi Onikotun, Ajano, and all the Kabiyesis in this part of Awori land. And we hope and pray that this kind of gathering will continue, and we will continue to estray the position of Ado-Odo Federal Constituency in the larger Ogun State as a whole. Like the keynote presenter have said, we need equity, unity, and fairness to be able to foster progress in our state. He mentioned something about equity and equality, particularly when it comes to rotational participation. We all know that the House of Rep of this area has been domiciled in one side of the federal constituency, talking about the Ado-Odo Igbesa constituency. You know, they've occupied the position for 20 years out of the 28 years of our democracy, leaving Ota State constituency to occupy the chairman's slot. So when we're talking about equity and fairness, we believe the House of Representatives should be zoned back to Ota, while Ado Igbesa take other positions. Once again, I want to congratulate every son, daughter, resident, indigenous of Ogun State, particularly the Awori people of Ogun State. I want to say Kitigbe, Aku Orire no, Abawa Kaleo, Awatashe 50. We will do 100, we will do many years. And I also want to encourage our people, especially people of Ado-Odo Federal Constituency, to continue to participate in the political exercises, particularly the voters registration and membership registration of our great party.
This local government shouldn't just be a local government, a single local government. We should have nothing less than 4 local governments emerge from Ado-Odo of local government. Do you agree with the submission of our keynote here?
This has been a thing that we have been clamoring for a very long time. And I think that was what happened when Governor Ado-Odo also was governor of Ogun State. He did something like that by creating some other local government. But the administration of President Ado-Odo scrapped the local government commission. And I think something must be done about a lot of states, not only the Southwest, question for creation of more local government in the state. So I think if this can be attended to at the National Assembly, if there is pressure, I think something will have to be done about it.
I think it's a well-calculated attempt for us to have created some SEDs within Ado-Odo local government. We created 5 there, not 4. For me, I think it's a thing we have to go by having more local government created out of this existing local government is just much, because we have what it takes to have more of this in terms of land mass, in terms of economic viability, in terms of population. So what are we waiting for? And again, to have this, it's not going to be the culture or duty of the House of Representatives alone. It has to start with those that will be at the State House Assembly. That's why, for me, vote and vote whoever that is going for the elective to put opposition must know what they are doing here to do.
We need to come together, all the political stakeholders from different political parties, and establish the fact that we are going to be one. We are all family before party came. We are members of the community before political party set in. So therefore, we all agree that for the sake of development of our local government, of our state, of our federal constituencies, this agenda we should all uphold it.
We need more than 4 local governments if we want to fight for justice. There is a body in Ado-Odo local government who is as large as local government in Nigeria, some states in Nigeria. We take a head of that matter. not in that of that mass.
Population too.
Population too.
All right. The question is, our keynote speaker has said that he believes that Chief Larrybash can lead this new agenda. Do you think he has the capacity, the energy, the character to champion this agenda?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Promise.
All right.
He possesses all it takes.
Okay.
To do that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, our keynote speaker mentioned something that there have been injustice in Ado-Odo at federal cost. Yes, injustice in a situation where a state constituency hold on to a House of Reps seat for several times. Is that an injustice? No, I am from that constituency, and I come out to say boldly that we of the Ado-Odo constituency, we want to say that we are going to support Larrybash as member of the city for 2027.
For Pasig constituency, we only have 2 slots or 2 shots, which is 1999 to 2003, 2007 to 2011. The others have been taken over by Ado-Odo State Constituency. That is 2011 to 2015, 2015 to 2019, 2019 to 2023, Ado-Odo to 2027. So for me, I believe his competence
More than competent and qualified to achieve all these things. I have no doubt at all. And I can say it here categorically that me, I am all out 100% to support him, Larrybash, for the House of Representatives.
Larrybash, waking up, Larrybash, incoming, Larrybash, and no longer now she far away. Larrybash, bẹ́ẹ̀ ò fẹ́ tó lù wọ́n bá ní ọ̀ṣẹ́. Larrybash, ẹ bá mi kí Larrybash, ìtẹ̀síwájú.